Hello and a warm welcome from the Geography Department. I'd like to just give you some information about what we have on offer at Geography GCSE. So let's take a look. Importantly, on this slide, we need to look at the exam papers. There's no coursework at all, it's all examined, but we've got paper 1, physical geography, paper 2, human, and paper 3 is a bit different. It's split in half. So the first half of it is pre-release material. That comes out in March in year 11. It's secret information, so it comes out, we never know what it is. And then we spend about 6 weeks studying that topic with our students, becoming experts in it. And on the exam day, the students are given another set of pre-release material, fresh copies, and it's like an open book exam about that topic. The second half of paper 3 is where they're examined on their fieldwork skills, and we build these up on our field trips. And so that's what they'll be examined on, their actual field trips. It is worth noting at the bottom there, very importantly, of course, that geography is an EBacc subject. So what will you learn? Well, a massive range of stuff, because geography is such a wide subject covering everything that happens in the world. But what I've done is summarize some of the key skills that we'll practice both in lessons and whilst we're outside doing our fieldwork. So we've got literacy and communication skills, the ability to write fluently and develop good sentences. Independent research, the ability to select relevant material. Being able to prioritize and make decisions. So you'll be put in the position of decision makers like politicians and asked to decide on stuff. Evaluating and assessing situations in the real world. What are the problems? What needs doing? What needs to change? Problem solving. We'll be looking at real world problems. We'll be looking at climate change. We'll be looking at environmental problems, social problems, and economic problems. Analysing a wide range of media and sources of evidence. This is a huge skill because in geography, as the next point mentions, information comes from lots of sources. We look at maps, we look at remote sensing, we look at satellite images, we look at photographs, we look at diagrams, we look at graphs, we look at pie charts, and students need to be able to deal with all of these effectively, and they will practice interpreting these resources. And in doing that, they will need to manipulate data, and so numeracy skills are important. This is not an exhaustive list. There are, of course, many more. So what's in the course, topics-wise? We've got rivers, coasts, management of resources there in year 10. This is where we look at energy, food and water around the world, how we're going to provide them sustainably in the future. Changing economic world, that's very much like the old development unit. We look at Nigeria and we contrast it with the British economy. Then we've got our fieldwork skills, comes in the summer term when it's nice and sunny and we can go outside and do it. Year 11, we look at our cities there and how we can develop more sustainable cities. We look at the UK and at Brazil. Then we've got hazards, earthquakes, volcanoes, hurricanes, etc. Then we can look at natural environments, tropical rainforests and colder environments up in the Arctic there, with those two topics. And sandwiched between them is that pre-release I mentioned earlier. So career pathways. Well, it's quite difficult to say what is a specific career pathway, as geography opens doors to so many careers but doesn't shut any. But if we have a look at what a lot of people have gone on to do and areas that find geography a suitable qualification, we've got medicine, law, education, journalism, banking. The Royal Air Force, the Army and Navy are very keen on it. Lots of people go into nursing from it. And a lot of people, in fact, go on to run their own business as geographers. So they do well often in careers that need communication and decision-making skills. In terms of academic pathways, GCSE Geography goes straight on to A-level Geography in the 6th form, and then perhaps some students will go on and study that at the university. So in lessons, what are they like? Well, they're fun, they're full of energy and passion from our staff, and we have a generous dose of things like educational games, which involves getting up and running around. We work as teams and groups, and there are times when people go away and do independent investigation work. We've got our field work in there. This is compulsory for everybody on the course. 3 days away in North Yorkshire, it's a lovely place. We go to nuclear power station, the wind farm, Macquarie. We have a day in the rivers up in the countryside, and that feeds into our exam. We've also got field work on the coast. We go to Formby and we go to Crosby and contrast those two coastal locations. Further afield, geography likes to offer our students big trips to places like Iceland and the Bay of Naples, and we are working on putting another trip out as soon as possible, which we hope very much will be available to this cohort. So who would be good at geography? Well, someone who's passionate about what's going on in the real world outside, someone who's got an interest in current affairs, someone who sees stuff on the news and thinks, that's not good enough. We need to live in a better world than that. So maybe people are spurred on by looking at social injustices, or they've got an interest in the natural world or travel. Okay, these are the things that most geographers like. In terms of skills, students would be very, very good at reading and writing, have excellent literacy skills. They need to be able to use their own initiative, be able to research independently and select information, and be prepared to offer their own solutions, put their neck on the line and come up with novel ideas. So we know that a number of our students in recent years have gone on to be very successful. They've gone on to top universities as Durham and Liverpool to study geography, and they've gone into a range of careers. And here's just a few examples. TV presenter in the National Trust. One of them has become the youngest female captain of a Royal Navy ship, a great achievement. And in terms of our academic achievement, we do very, very well in geography. You can see there 40% of our students achieving over a grade 7. Any questions this evening, please contact Mrs. Sharp. She's on duty there with the email. After this meeting, obviously, please feel free to contact your own geography teacher for any information. Thank you.